I just got off of the jet and I cry. I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Tema, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Uju Banton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Carr. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. The Packers at 6-3 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Williams brings it in. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
One point, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Carr down to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Micah Parsons, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Now Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground. Hall. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9. Powell. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
On 2nd and inches, Powell. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Touchdown! A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Packers 3.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. shotgun now for Carr.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
First down, Howell to throw. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Looking to throw again on second down. Howell. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
First down 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-3 is your score after one.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Carr.
And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And got his man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, now Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
44 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good.
Yeah.
Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Anthony Jennings in that time defensively.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Powell, he'll look to throw it.
And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell.
And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And some room to work. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Hey, 734.
They try again with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Now Carr. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
3rd and 2. Here's Howell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So here we go, 4th down, Howell. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. On 1st down, Howell. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. It's Howell with another throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
A give running right is Hall. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Johnson's got it complete. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Fourth down, Howell. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Falcons. Breece Hall, 40 yards. And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr, open man is born. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
To throw again on second down. Carr. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
7:34.
Carr going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Powell's throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. One last shot before the break. Howell. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Powell throwing on 1st down here. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Carr will try it again on second down. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Carr now on first down. Montgomery, another target and catch. And some room to roam now. And it's a Packers touchdown. David Montgomery halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time. And
we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Powell's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 7 yards there and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action. It's Howell. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as he'll go from the 47 now on first down. On first down, right back to Hall. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 36, Powell. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Faking the handoff, Howell. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On fourth down, Howell. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that one complete once again to Higgins. Throwing again on 2nd down. Howell. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On 2nd down, Montgomery. Room here to run. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 26. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Yeah, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. This is caught. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, 26 yards. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Packers are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. Williams brings it in. And it's a Packers touchdown. Mike Williams, 28 yards. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
The offense on third down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Powell. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So here we go, 4th down, Howell. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Flush to his right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Third and 1. Howell's going to throw it.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Hall again on 2nd down. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. T. Higgins. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you've just watched your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth. 23 yards the pickup there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Carr. Steps away to his left. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Throwing his Carr. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Carr to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust. Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout. and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On first down, Howell. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Howell throwing on first down here. Touchdown, Falcons! Deontay Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started. And my goodness, another interception. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. To throw again on 2nd down. Howell. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just in